we back. It's them boys. And by them boys, I mean just me. I'm so incredibly lonely. The isolation is crippling. I hope anyone out there has been having an okay week. Oh my goodness, I forgot to do something. We're gonna do that right now while we're still on the starting soon screen. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing okay. I am, you know, about the same as I ever am. So, could be better, could be worse. Very middling, honestly. But, yeah. I appreciate folks letting me have a week off to just kind of, like, recoup, catch my breath, what have you. It was weirdly well timed because there was like a snowstorm and shit here, right? Which was the case for a lot of the East Coast of the Americas ATM. But I mean, honestly, in terms of like New Jersey itself, I was really not expecting anything, like completely. I was really ready for nothing to happen, and we got a bit of snow. But the way it worked out, I was going out even earlier than usual, and trekking through the cold. So honestly, not having to worry about streaming those nights in particular, that did help a lot. Lay down, fathers. Me and Stealth were talking about how Oswald wants to play some Melee. I let's see, how many GameCube games do I have in my collection right now? That did get updated over the over Christmas and everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 GameCube games. None of them are Melee. I don't know. On one hand, it is in my interest as someone who likes to collect and preserve things that have historical and intellectual value in like a little library of mine, to get Melee on the GameCube. On the other hand, I don't know how much I'll play it. I mean, if I can if I can kidnap Stealth and get him to my house, then I'd probably play it plenty. But I don't think that's gonna really happen if we're being legitimate. But yeah. Also, I had almost forgotten about this. I just remembered it as we were getting on, which is why I took a moment to do it on the starting soon screen. I want to address it. Apparently, behind the scenes, Operation Olive Branch, who I've talked about and promote it, like, people running it, not great. I think the important thing, if I might be honest, is that the spreadsheet of the different GoFundMes for people in Palestine, Gaza, etc., those were real. So those people did get their money. But with that in mind, the organization blah, blah, themselves being ousted as like not hyper trustworthy has me like, okay, we're not gonna do that anymore. So I deleted the command from Moobot and what have you. I just want to come forward about that, because on one hand, it's like, you know, it's not like we didn't get that charity work done. On the other, I don't want to roll past it and be like, it's not my fault. So, like, what do I get? Like, nah. Address it, let people know. Make sure we don't gotta worry about folks in the stream around here having to worry about it again. So with that said, let's get to working on some art for Peeg. I'll be frank with you guys. I was messaging him earlier this week being like, I don't, like, just the logistics of it all. I don't know how much of this video I'm contributing at the moment or overall. And I'm just like, what do we do about it? He was like, I'm not stressing too much about it right now. No, like, okay. So, I'll do what I can. Honestly, I feel like if Pig is just like, well, I would like you to just do the main parts of this, and then, you know, maybe we can look into getting a secondary artist to fill in smaller details. I definitely would be okay with that. I still want to help him on it. He is my friend, and I think it's cool he's doing this. It's just, it's a big thing. So, oh. Layer bullshit. Also, yeah, in between last time I streamed and now, a lot of Sonic. I mean, wasn't last time we streamed I did some Sonic CD. I was like, oh, I love this, but I just replayed all the classic games on my own. Probably gonna be moving on to the adventure games on my GameCube, etc., etc. We love the Horgehag around here. He's a fun guy. So, if Pig was making a video essay about Sonic, now you'd see me be doing plenty of art real fast. Both because Sonic has considerably less characters, and it's just fun to draw, but also I feel like I'd probably have way more opinions about what Pig's saying if it was about Sonic. So, you know, catch-22. I feel like... Oh, I think it was like with Lord of the Rings. I talked about this before. It's like, I know the gist of what a catch-22 is, but I'm not necessarily great at naming them. I think I was thinking of one with Lord of the Rings. I don't know if it had to do with the ring specifically, or if it was just, you know, a general thing in the universe that made me be like, oh, that's an actual catch-22. And I know that this is like not interesting to anyone because I can't remember what the hell I was on about, but fucking that's what I'm trying to say is I so clearly remember being like, oh, that is the definition of a catch-22. But oh, you know what it is? I think it was to do with the fact that I was listening to videos about, like, you know, the lore you might not see on a single viewing of Lord of the Rings. And they were talking about, like, the ring itself. It did have to do with the ring. And they were saying how, like, you know, Sauron made it so that his power specifically, is sealed. This is such nerd shit. Sealed within, the ring, yada yada yada. And that if someone strong enough came along, they might be able to actually use his power as opposed to him, which is kind of the temptation the ring brings on in the movies. That being said, I realized the catch-22 is that for anyone to be strong enough to do that, like, they would be, like, corrupted by the ring, whereas the only way to not get corrupted by the ring is to not be particularly strong in that specific way. So it's like, if you're strong enough to actually unlock that kind of power, then you're gonna get messed up by the ring. And if you aren't able to get messed up by the ring, you're not strong enough to use the power. And I was like, that's a catch-22. A little logical loop. Anyway, I'm sorry about nerd shit. But just me coming back to stream. I've been thinking a lot about Sonic the Hedgehog and Lord of the Rings. It's just like, okay. It's like, okay, alright. So what do turtle shells look like? Pig's not gonna like that. I'm sticking hard to all the titans and, you know, the wildly important creatures in Xenoblade being turtles, but I don't care. Turtle. Pet, it'd probably be better to be... Well, I guess it would pet tortoise. None. Yeah. Are these These are more like yeah, these are pentagons. Alright. I'll do my best. I'll do my best to make turtle power, you know? Next time Pig objects to me drawing the world-changing, shaping figures, creatures of Xenoblade lore as turtles, I'll just be like, turtle power, Pig. Did you even consider turtle power? Like, come on, man. Dun, 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 dun. Also, wrapping back around to the whole Sonic hyperfixation, currently my biggest hot take with Sonic as a whole is that I like Sonic Superstars. Seen a lot of people be like, it's mid, and I'm like, yeah, probably. I still like it. I think the biggest thing I can agree with is that it wasn't worth the fucking $50 price tag it came with when it launched, but not 50, 60. Traditional $60 price tag for a game. That I can absolutely get behind people because it's really not that big of a game, and it's not like Sega, you know, really polished it because they don't they don't have that in their vocabulary. So parrot, you got it, Paula. Time for parrot. But I don't know, I still like it. I do think that, like, you know, while not as good as Mania, it is probably a better representation of what, you know, the Sonic series was in ye olden days. So wow, drawing turtles is hard. Can I just do a diamond shape? And then it'll sort itself out. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Yeah, why not? This isn't biologically accurate at all, but also we're gonna be covering the shell in shit. So it's like, what do you want from me?
More turtle.
More turtle. Stuff, do you have a particular lizard you're a fan of?
I think Yoshi's pretty cool.
Also, you are echoing, but go on. Did you just say Yoshi?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Say
I mean, some say ah.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, there you go. Speak again.
Again.
There you are. Much better.
Again.
Again. Also lots of Marvel rivals, but that doesn't make me any more of a less of a nerd. If anything, it makes me an even less attractive one. Said, hello, milady. I'm top 500 in Marvel Rivals. What do you think of that?
Who do you play?
I play Cloak and Dagger.
Okay, that's the least objectionable answer you could have given.
Yeah, that's one reason I play Cloak and Dagger. IRL. Would you have been the most upset if I had said my mom just asked me if I have internet. I fucking hope so. Give me a second.
I mean, as far as I can see, you still do.
Yeah. I did have a fun crash today while we were playing on Big Stream, but I think I'm still streaming.
Yeah, I still see you live.
Yeah.
And your mouse still moving.
Give me 1 second. Let me. Oh, yeah. It's the little bar is green and everything, so that looks right.
Yeah,
and my friend Stealth is here. Anyway, I was just gonna ask with your, you know, most disgusted answer to a Marvel Rivals main, like, Were you looking for Jeff as the worst one, or did you have a different one in mind?
I wouldn't put Jeff as the worst one.
No. I do think I haven't tried it yet, because like they reworked his ult to kind of be more what it should have been from the start, in that one, if you're outside of the circle, you are definitely 100% safe, and two, now it's like a disc as opposed to a column, just an infinite column reaching to the space. I don't know if the disc is short enough that you can just kind of bounce over it, or if you need to be like actually using movement tech to get out of there, but and I'm not one of those people who goes in and does sex games. I'm all like, okay, time to find out frame perfect things. That's one reason I don't have Melee for GameCube yet. I'm gonna be the greatest Star Fox main the world's ever seen. Maybe Stealth would know the answer to this, and maybe he wouldn't. But I remember seeing that apparently someone got 0.3 like milliseconds. No, not 0.3 milliseconds. 30 milliseconds. That would 0.3 would be ridiculous. At that point, I would have everyone should give up. But someone was like 30 milliseconds off of theoretical scientific perfection in speedrunning Super Mario Brothers, the original. Like the frame with knowledge and calculation, the frame perfect, undisputed best time you can get is X, and they got just 30 milliseconds below that. And that makes me think, is there a thing like that for Smash Brothers Melee? Can you be the world's most frame perfect Fox main or whoever? And it's just like, well, this is the pinnacle. No one can, I mean, I guess it would be worth other people reaching it, because then they could play the game as good as you, but still. Go on.
Like, you mean like a hypothetical machine that was just...
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean by frame perfect?
I don't know, just I guess it would be like a machine, and just like I play it the best, but that's what I'm at, because Melee is broken in such a way that it makes me think that there are people who'd be like, well, if you actually wanted to play perfectly, you would do this, and this. So
no, I still think that human players could beat it.
Gotcha. You don't, much like any game where you can actually choose like different characters, like a hero shooter, if you will. It like there's always going to be, as long as you're playing like a different character or what have you, there's never just going to be one solution.
I mean, yeah.
I'm going to play Kirby and just fall off the ledge with people in my mouth.
And also some things like playing frame perfectly, it's going to have tendencies that you can
exploit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Its playstyle would be like inherently robotic.
What was I thinking of? Let's label this Bionis. I don't know how. Bionicle. Bionis Inc. I think that's how I've been labeling character things, right? Nope, not that one. Up line. Line is what I've been using. Yeah. That is something that makes... on one hand, it's one thing that makes games interesting, but it's also like one reason I don't typically like speedrun or what have you. Just thinking about like, well, there is a best time you could get in a game or category or what have you, and you know, like someone will eventually get it, and then it's just like, well, nothing more to find. And I'm just like, I'd rather just play the game regularly, you know. I know this isn't really a competition, it's a collaborative environment, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think I have anything to add here, so.
I don't think I necessarily agree with that notion. It's definitely competitive.
Well, yeah, but okay. I don't know. Here's the thing. You said that, and I was like, I don't know if I'm about to repeat myself or try clarifying. I was just gonna say that it's not necessarily competitive. Like, I've seen enough people talk about how it's like people work together to find things out and try and execute different tricks and yada yada. There's definitely a competitive element to it between, you know, depending on what the specific game and category you're talking about. But like there is also a community element to it. So I'm just saying you don't have to treat it as a competition. So like if that was the sole reason I didn't want to speedrun, people would be like, no, don't think like that. No. Stealth, has there ever been a game you've considered speedrunning?
Nope.
Title? Is it? Can you not handle pressure under a time limit well?
No, just not really an interest that I have.
Fair enough. Lord, I said that and with your job, which I like making jokes about. I just thought about like lawyers, but they have like the little chess clocks and they just have to say things in like under a minute, and then the lawyer after them gets to go, and they just keep slapping the clocks back and forth. That wouldn't be good for, you know, the legal system, but it would be funny. That's a whole other problem. Also, was that on Pig Stream? Your funny Thor ult, was that on Pig Stream today, or was that last night?
I think that was last night.
I think that was last night. That was very funny. For anyone who hasn't been playing Marvel Rivals, we were playing a game since the new season came out, and Stealth was playing Thor, who we both kind of main. I main him like he's the character I defaultly go to, and Stealth has been having fun with him. And Stealth was like, I'm gonna try something funny, and I'm like, what's that? And then he uses Thor ult, which launches you up into the air as you shoot a bunch of lightning, except he does it in like a 5-foot tall room. So he just hits the ceiling and is immediately fried. Yeah.
The fun part was I stuck up behind them too.
Yeah, he hits the ceiling, just continues to fry everyone, and then comes down, creating a big explosion. I think you got like 5 people with that. Like, you got a good few people with it. And I was just like, that was very funny. Like, and also, if you haven't seen the VOD for Pig Stream today, you need to go see that, because Stealth did something else very funny on that one. And I was like, oh, they're children. It was a time. Marvel Rivals good. And also, I'm glad the hype Fantastic Four is getting around it, because I don't know how much I've talked about this with friends or on stream, but Fantastic Four, a wildly like historically important superhero group, and they haven't had a lot of good representation outside of comics media. And everyone just being like, fuck yes, the Fantastic Four, when they come to Marvel Rivals. It's like, oh, that's nice to see. So. Also, I realized first off, I need to change the details on this fucking shell, because, like, this ain't gonna be it. Not that, Lord in heaven, that movie was so bad that after it ended, when I saw it on TV, I was like, oh, come on! And now that's a meme.
I'm Luna Snow. Like Luna Snow.
Luna Snow. Yeah. I was like, that's another thing I learned, is I was like, isn't Luna Snow, like, isn't she... apparently she's not from Rivals, but isn't she like a game original or something? And she was from a mobile game Marvel did, and then they made comics, and now she's in this one. So honestly, that's kind of cool. They're just like, we don't just need to keep her in one game. She can be in other things. Yippee wahoo. I haven't mentioned that, but because I don't necessarily have a horse in the race of Marvel Rivals versus like Overwatch, but I have played Overwatch before very long ago in high school, and fucking Marvel Rivals feels like a love letter to a lot of the different characters and things in it, and that has not been the case in Overwatch for a long time, if ever. So yeah. So yeah, speaking of bad Fantastic Four movies, the way Marvel and Disney, and just generally Hollywood run things right now, doesn't have me excited about the next one. So the state of things have me being like, this won't be better. So, oops. You know, let me say this in video form, because I was like, I don't know, I don't want to sound like a douche when I'm saying this, but things are kind of hard right now, right? Just in general. Things are scary, as it were, for a lot of folks. And I remember reading stuff about how like a lot of cartoons got popular during hard times, because people would be like, well, this is fun as opposed to everything else. So I'm like, that's about all I can offer. That's the best I can do. I'm like, I hope people like cartoons and funny drawings, because that's what I got on sale. So I hope this helps. Yeah. Might as well make my own content while Disney fumbles the bag. But then that just brings us back to Sonic, because fuck yeah, baby! Sonic the Hedgehog 3! #1 movie in the world! Fuck yeah! We love to see it. Stealth, have you seen Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
I have not.
Have you seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
No.
Have you seen Sonic the Hedgehog 1?
Cahill, I don't watch very many, if any, movies, actually.
Have you seen the 1998 Sonic the Hedgehog OVA by Toei Animation?
Maybe?
Hi, Pig. Hey, Pig. So this is the Bionis Titan. Just so that we're clear, is the best Fantastic Four movie, unironically. And I was literally thinking in the shower today, I was like, I think they just didn't make Dash like have fire powers purely so that it wasn't just a clear ripoff, and also so that they don't have to depict a child burning themselves alive. Please no. Well, listen. I'm gonna put things on it, but you know, you gotta get the body shape down first.
I can't believe Pig hates turtles.
I know. Didn't I literally say, oh, this is my rebut to Pig? Like, I said a thing earlier, being like, this is what I'll say when Pig objects to the turtles. Gale, I am paying you. Not yet, which means I get to pay. I get to draw as many turtles as I want. Okay, wait, Pig. Listen, let me sell you on this as well, because isn't Rex's Gramps isn't Rex's first friend in Xenoblade 2 a Titan that they call Gramps? We can draw him as a little pet turtle, and that'll be fun. So, or we draw him as a big turtle, and then he gets shrunken down into his little chibi anime form.
Nope.
Has nothing to
Not
do
born
with...
again.
Uh-oh. Gramps is. Yeah, exactly, so he can be the turtle.
I just denied someone's Adam.
No, that's fun. When we were playing with Pig today, Adam ulted in front of me as Thor twice, and I was like, sir, I'm begging you to stop. I'm trying to make you stop, but not having a lot of power in that. Gramps is a dragon, and what are dragons if not fancy turtles? Like, come on now.
That's a good point.
That's thank you. And if I'm not mistaken, turtles beat the hare. Okay, here's what we'll do. I will draw this shell real.
Okay, fine. They're dragons, so we draw them as worms.
Wait, I'm like, can Pig hop in the call? Because that's actually a much better idea. Just little earthworms that have like some of the, because like I've been looking at pictures of the Titans, and like at least Bionis and Mechonis, they have like armor. What was I thinking of? So like the idea of little earthworms in their little fucking armor, it's just like. Well, no, because I've seen your navigation. Okay, but Pig, you say that, but I've already thought of about that, because you're like, what was I thinking of? Because you're like, they're at the ankle. Well, this is the ankle right here. They made their way up to the chest, right, like around here. The neck. Upper. Do they go to an arm at one point? Okay, ankle here. Arm here. Fucking. No. Okay, let me think. Let me think for a moment. Pig's very upset about this idea I'm trying to execute, so now I have to reconsider.
Cahill, I
What?
won't pay you extra to not do this.
Okay. What was the thinking of? Well, then I was trying to think. Okay. Well, in that case, what if can we just have? I thought of a different joke, but I have a feeling you don't want to hear any jokes at the moment.
An entire Turtle Titan in Xenoblade 2. Why have you fixated on the Bionis?
But I'm not fixated on the Bionis.
Bipedal and upright and has arms which they walk along.
Okay, then what about this? What if, what if the Mechanis is a Gundam figure, and the Bionis, is a Hatsune Miku figure?
At least make the Bionis one a Bionicle.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yes, Bionicle, Mechanic's Gundam, fine.
Well, no, Bionis. Yeah, because it would be funny. Okay, well, in that case.
Okay. So, I do want this to be informative first and funny second.
That's gonna be your downfall.
No, it's going to be. I mean,
that's what's gonna get you stabbed 37 times by different Roman senators.
Yeah, you know,
What's
do
up?
I have to put out the call in blue sky
For a different artist. I talked to you about it before, and I also was very vocal.
No, Cahill, this isn't about the timeline.
Bionis.
This is about
Titan.
the vision.
Okay. Well, let me see. Bionis. Okay, so I gotta do that, and then I have to get Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku.
I'm not as thrilled about Hatsune Miku.
Okay, then what funny thing can the Bionis be?
A Bionicle. Wait, did we not just say this?
Okay. Actually, that is a good point, because Bionis, Bionicle, Mechanis, Gundam. Okay, then I'll make it Gundam. Gundam Titan. I don't think that's a thing. So.
It can just be a Gundam.
Yeah.
There's enough of them.
No, I mean, it will be the Gundam, because as someone who doesn't know Gundam, I just know that one is, you know, the Gundam.
Yeah, Gundam Epia.
Yeah.
No Big Zam.
Ooh, big Zam. Well, isn't the overall thing is that they are called mobile suits, and then what was I thinking of? And then the main character's one is called Gundam.
I think Gundam is a class of mobile suits.
That might be. I do know that it's like Mega Man in that it spans many different years.
But if it makes you feel better, the series was originally going to be called Freedom Fighter Gunboy. So.
I'm thinking right now because I think I might have thought of something better. I have one more joke for you, Pig, and see how you feel about this one.
I'm listening.
Can Metal Man from Mega Man 2 be the Mechanis Titan, and Woodman, also from Mega Man 2, be the Bionis Titan?
I hate that less than I should.
Less than the others that I've given you thus far.
Oh, absolutely. No. Everything else you've said has been some level of workable.
Okay.
It was just your obsession with turtles.
Yeah, because turtles are fun.
Turtles
Also,
are fun, but
apparently
turtles
there's
are
a. I'm looking at this
fun.
right.
They're like pizza. What's not to like?
Oh yeah, that was
hang
what
out with rats.
I was about to say. My rebuttal to Pig being a buzzkill about about turtles is turtle power, because you know turtle power.
Because, you know, Luna Snow.
Yeah, because you know Luna Snow. She's like Raphael from the Ninja Turtles. Okay.
Is she?
Yes.
Yes.
You know how she
In what ways?
She bludgeons people to death with size. That you don't see that in the game, but it's a thing she does.
I'll believe you.
Thank you. All right.
Anyway, I am going to drop from the call now.
All right.
I really needed to communicate to you how anti-turtle I am on that particular point.
Pig.
Only on that particular point. I like turtles in general.
One more question.
Yeah.
Do you ever see the Mechonis and Bionis from afar, and are they kind of striking a pose of like stab sword, not get stabbed by sword? Is that a thing in Xenoblade 1?
Oh my lord, that is the opening cutscene.
Okay, I wanted to make sure, because I was just gonna reference that shot and overlay Woodman and fucking Metal Man over it, so all good.
I will send you that cutscene as reference.
And thank you. Well, I have the shot right here. I'm just on the pause screen so that people don't see the copious amounts of porn that I have saved on my computer. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Someone, has reached Lord on Spider-Man.
Uh-oh.
That cannot be good.
That can't be healthy for you. All right. Anyway, sorry, Pig. I make you mad. Goodbye.
It's fine.
Bye.
No, the Lord Spider-Man is on my team, which makes me concerned because they played nothing but Spider-Man since launch, and that can either be really good or really fucking bad.
I mean, I literally had a game today where I had someone like that, and it was really good. Like, they were actively kind of being the main damage dealer of the team and taking out the opposing team, so. Yeah, you know, as much as I fear, it's like, oh no, maybe I've been playing too much Rivals. Then I go up against a team and I'm just like, you know what, maybe they've been playing too much Rivals, actually. So, we were saying that a lot today on Pig Stream, so. And then there was a very mean person who decided to talk in chat, which was unappreciated. I think what I will do. I don't know Stealth, what does Pig have against turtles, really? I can't understand it.
It's good. I don't either.
Do you think he's the Shredder secretly? Secretly, our friend Pig is secretly the Shredder. How old would he have been in '86? Of Shredder age,
11
mayhap.
million years old.
No. I don't know what you're talking about, Pig. That's a turtle right there. So, but you know, have it your way. Pig, you don't see a turtle with your eyes, but I see a turtle with my heart. And that's what I listen to. I do love when Stealth is in call as I'm infuriating someone else, because sometimes Stealth is the one I'm infuriating, so him joining in on the bit makes it extra fun. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Gotcha. So is this not how they appear in Xenoblade 1, or is it and it's a flat that's a flashback. I say as I don't have chat open. What's up?
My team's just going in and dying over and over again.
That's fun.
Without me.
That was always the worst part of Overwatch, bar none, which is to say, like, when your team would be like looking, what's it called, like dripping in or whatever, like just one by one filing in, not grouping up, and then dying and not bothering to ever fix their mistakes. And it's just like, well, I guess it's over. Also, I did. What was I thinking of? I think me and Stealth both had a game where we were like, "Oh, I didn't know there was a surrender option in this game." We had that for the first time together, and then I had one game that was going so bad, I went looking for the surrender button, which I did find, but was unable to use. So, at least I know how to do that in Rivals now. When the team's doing that bad.
No one wants to take out the spider mines.
Also, here's what we'll do. Make it up to Pig. I'm making... Since he's like, it has to be... It must be... What was I thinking of? It must be informative first. I'll have them sit it in, like, the ocean. So that way, you know... That way we can point to, like... It's like, me... Ankle. I don't know how people are living on this, by the way. But, well, no, because I have listened to Pig's audio at least that much, and he does just say go from ankle then knee, and I'm just like, that's gotta be hard. I can barely touch my own toes, let alone the toes of a god. It's really big. Are you telling me that this is like at least 10 feet tall? Because I'm having a hard time believing anything could be that big. Except my friend Stealth, who is of course built longer, so... I am calling to drawing them like Rock'em Sock'em robots, but honestly, if you could look at this and not think of Rock'em Sock'em robots, you're a stronger man than I am. I wonder what the crotch area would have been like fertile. Plentiful in squid to eat. I want them to add Woodman to Marvel Rivals. Make him a tank. I don't like that. You see, Pig? Now, Pig, if you keep talking like that, we're gonna go back to Turtles. Turtles, who have notoriously clean crotches. So... Oh my goodness, we can draw fucking, what was the thing now? We can draw, Gramps from Xenoblade, 2 as a Drampa. So he's just kind of like, he's got the mustache, and then he's got the closed eyes, and then he's got the big head, and then he's like, it's been a while since I've seen what Drampa looks like. Drampa's very good though. Stealth, how do you feel about Drampa? Drampa. Yeah, there he is. He's got little cloud feet. A little more cloud feet. He's got a long ass neck. He's got mustache. Honestly, he does kind of, from what I've seen from like Smash Bros, he does kind of look like Gramps. Which, I mean, I guess it is just several Grandpa Dragons. There he is, ready to burn down a child's house. Just swamp ass. I'll remember that whenever I have to draw it. Honestly, this has worked out pretty well. Whoop. And then I get to draw Metal Man, who's super cool. Who doesn't like some Mega Man Robot Masters? Don't lie. You know it's true. I love me blue video game mascots. Mega Man, Sonic, third person. I can't think of a third person. I actually haven't. I guess Sly Cooper could be one, but I haven't played any Sly Cooper games, so. I apologize to say. Blue Pac-Man. There is Blue Pac-Man. Didn't think of it. Also, can we stop making... I was thinking about this. From what I've seen of Secret Level, which I've literally just watched the Pac-Man episode, basically. Like, I appreciate it. I think it's cool. Can we just stop making Pac-Man psychological horror, please and thank you? His cute little fucking design from Smash Bros. Doesn't get used enough. You know, the one that's like... literally just like this. And got some boots on. I want more of this guy. And Ghostly Adventures does not count. Let's get one thing straight here. I just realized something. So I can make it so that the line art is Woodman and Metalman, but then I can use the like dulled out colors for like the actual Titans, and that'll look very fun. Mega Man giant stone sculptures. We love to see it. In Xenoblade 1, you play as Rex, who is inexplicably Welsh. This only gets worse from here on out. Gradually, the series becomes more and more Welsh. And honestly, we still haven't figured that part out yet. Rex isn't Welsh. Is Rex not Welsh? Just the cat girls? Is Gold about to drop a specific English sub area on me for where fucking Shulk's accent is from? Just the cat girls. Alright. I defer to Gold as the experts on all things England and also cat girls. So. Land Empire. And his arms all like, yeah, I hate you, brother. And then they're all like, go see Mufasa in theaters, please, I'm begging you. And then everyone else is like, no, I'll never see Mufasa in theaters. Maybe while it's on at a party, at most. In Gibraltar. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that just behind the Bionis Titan, I should have the Rock of Gibraltar. Just hanging out. The white cliffs of Dover. Are you trying to redeem a parrot? Because we have a parrot on stream. Oh, on mobile. Look at him, he's so parody. And it's not a parody. It's just a parrot. It would be fun if I could have a bird, but I definitely don't have room for that. Now or ever. Not if I also have a rabbit. And I love rabbits, so.
Do you have an allergy too?
Yeah. I don't think I'm allergic to birds, but I haven't been around them intimately enough to actually know, so.
Did you have to phrase it like that?
Yeah. Fucking. How do you describe being in close proximity to animals?
Like that. like you just did.
Okay, and I'm not seeing your point. I don't know why my friends are friends with me. It would be so real. Genuinely surprising they hang around. And then in the back here, there's Gangplank Galleon, and as the video goes on, it gets closer to the Titans, because Donkey Kong has to get there at the end of the game. Dinky King. Lord. Even with all my talks of breaks, I have no desire to go back into work tomorrow. I will be frank. I will be once again frank with you, chat. Heck, I'd much rather draw turtles for the day. Turtles Pig does not approve of. Then have to worry about going into work. It's no fun.
Okay, I got 2 shots. I just didn't see the first shot.
By what?
Iron Man.
Yeah. Yeah. My disdain grows.
Hold on, team. I'm slowly walking to the point, as my character does.
Who are you playing as?
A dumb warlock.
Yeah. He does that. Alright. Well, this is pretty good so far. Also, y'all can't see the layers, but this CSP file is a mess. A mess, I say. Also, I just realized I should really have these two as separate, like, assets, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We have to draw them first, so what does it matter, you know? Dun dun dun, turtles, turtles, turt.
Try and sigh.
Is someone demanding healing? Will they do that? I need healing. I genuinely feel, I was talking about that on Big Stream today. Genuinely feel like the two biggest cultural impact that Overwatch has had is Lucio saying, "This team is, look at this team, we're gonna do great," when you are not in fact about to do great. And then also, I need healing just from every member of the cast. I feel like to some degree, even if you were not playing Overwatch in its heyday, that dripped into your consciousness if you were playing online games at any point. Oh, me? I need healing.
Hey, so you know that first point in the fucking Spider City, the convergence point?
Yeah.
Where if you play safe, it's a very good place to defend?
Yes.
Our team was playing basically in their spawn the whole time, and guess what happened?
You didn't win?
Right.
That's not shocking. Well, we were saying something along the lines of that, which is that, like, at least I was, because someone mentioned, like, about playing as a certain character, and it's just like, wow, that seems really easy. And it's like, yeah, but people just, you know, don't do those. Like, people just love getting in each other's way while playing Marvel Rivals. So, which makes solo queuing in comp very fun. I promise. Trust me. Still, don't you like solo queuing in comp?
It's not my favorite.
What? You were just saying to me off stream, Cahill, I can't tell you how much I love solo queuing in Marvel Rivals.
Why do you lie on stream?
I'm addicted to it, basically. If they ever take out solo queue in Marvel Rivals, I'm leaving the game. Honestly, that's one reason I couldn't get into Apex Legends. Because it's one thing when I'm on like a team of 6 where there's a couple people, but when it's like a team of 3, I'm just like, whoa. They're both going to be looking at me, and I don't like that. It is too much pressure when I'm trying to de-stress from the day. We know you've had a long day at work, so we were thinking, as a bit of a stress reliever, we can have you sit in this room with 2 people who are watching you as you attempt to perform tasks under stress. And I'm just like, no! Probably not. Well, we made it just for you.
You can have it back.
Don't get me wrong. One person matters a lot when you're playing Marvel Rivals, but the whole team isn't just gonna be looking at me just like, you didn't do your part, and I'm like, I'm playing on console, I'm sorry. I don't have that gaming mouse to give me the quick reflexes. And also, I don't have the quick reflexes. At the age of 6, I was born without a face. What? My goodness, let me say this on this stream, because I said on Pig stream, but I'm just very excited about it, and I want everyone to know how much I appreciate it. So I've partaken in the Mary Jane on occasion, you know, what with it being legal in Jersey and easily gotten for recreational use at a local, again, legal dispensary. And mostly I use it as like gummies to like help me sleep. But every now and then, maybe for more party purposes. I was like, I don't smoke that much, and I was talking with Deja, who does smoke that much, one day, and I was like, you know what I want? You know what I would smoke with? I would smoke with one of those long ass pipes from Lord of the Rings. If I got like a Gandalf pipe, I'd use that all the time. And Deja got me a Gandalf pipe for Christmas, and it just arrived, so they just gave it to me like a couple days ago, and I've been so excited about that. So eventually, when I have a day to myself, my whole family ain't around, just being like, oh my goodness, then I'll be like, I'm gonna take it easy Hobbit style today, baby. Maybe learn to blow smoke rings. I definitely asked this before, but weed isn't legal in Texas, is it, South?
Nope.
Is it because they hate fun?
Yeah.
Brag. Also, again, I know, nerd talking about Lord of the Rings. If you haven't watched it, they refer to the stuff they smoke as pipe weed, and, like, you know, some people are just like, does that mean it's, like, weed or what? And then I watched, like, on Friday, a whole video about the history of pipe weed in Lord of the Rings, and I was like, well, I will get my answer. Nothing's going to stop me from finding the truth.
I have never been targeted so hard.
Yeah. Who's just clapping your cheeks in Rivals right now?
The entire enemy team.
Damn.
They've killed me 14 times this game.
That is... And you're still playing as Adam Warlock?
Yeah.
That both makes sense, and I feel like it lends credence to the idea you're being targeted. Because, like, he and Mantis, those two, I think are the most offensive of the supports, and could easily just, like, you know, tap someone if it was just coincidence, but no. You're getting jumped then. You don't have that much.
Well, I healed you somewhat down 4.
Which is ironic, because Adam Warlock is supposed to be very powerful in several areas in the comics, but in this one he's just like, I'm here, I'm the medical team here, hello. Would you like some ibuprofen? I want Marvel to get a new healer. I don't even care what comic character it is, and they just throw ibuprofen bottles at people. It's Dr. Mario from Smash Bros. So that'll be fun. They probably wouldn't do this because of recent events. But there is a vigilante who is always like between legitimately hero and just criminal in Marvel, because, like, you know, sometimes he is just fighting like Spider-Man and what have you. But his name is Cardiac, and he like he fights against medical insurance agencies and what have you, and tries to get people medical care on the streets. And he would make a cool support in Rivals. Probably not going to add him for several reasons at this point, but it would be cool. Also, he has a pretty cool costume. I'm going to look it up right now. I remember in some of the comics I've read, Marvel Cardiac. Yeah, his costume rules. It has a decent, like, armor look to it, which is in part because he's just a normal dude with tasers, but pretty cool. He's got a good costume designer. I'd love to know who does his outfits. And Stealth, who are you wearing tonight?
Legally, I can't tell you.
Oh! I remember I was watching just like some clips from John Wick on YouTube, and it was like him going shopping for, you know, combat stuff. And one of them was like a tailor making like bulletproof suits, and I was like, how big of a market is this? How many people are looking for bulletproof 3-piece suits in the world? Do y'all make a lot of money? I assume so, because typically John Wick shells out the cash from what I've seen. But honestly, John Wick could be a accurate representation of what the criminal underground operates like, and I would have no idea. I am a spring chicken, a newborn babe in the world of illegal activity. I would not know where to start or how anything works.
They just give up the first point.
That'd be fun.
They did.
Sick. You take that for yourself, Stealth. You have a little treat.
I did.
Lame. You know, I really should try Doom Match, like, properly, for several reasons. One of it being that, and I think this came up on Pig Stream today too, which is that people just try and dive into fights no matter what in a Marvel Rivals game, even when it's like, no, you should stay on the point probably. And I mean, Doom Match is made for like, yeah, exactly. Well, like, the problem with Magic in particular, like, Thor is one thing, right? If you're like, you as Thor, and I'm like, yeah. But the problem with Magic is, like, if I were to... Yeah. If I were to try and stand on the point with Magic, then they would see me, they would shoot me, and then they would kill me. Like, she needs to be moving all the time if she wants to live. People have started making jokes about her being, like, the serial killer of the game. Because, like, the way you play her is basically just, like, hide behind shit and wait to jump someone. Marvel is the one character in that game where I'm like, no, you should be running around right now.
You mean Magic?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said Marvel.
I said Magic is the one character in Marvel. Unless...
Oh.
Yeah. Unless maybe I was being dumb. I think both could be true. Correctly. I think both could be true. I think I might have said wrong thing and also. And meant the thing I said after. Hey, Stealth, I don't know if I've asked you this, because when we were hanging out the other day, I was like, do you fucks with Metal Sonic? And you're like, Cahill, duh. But have you played a lot of the classic Sonic games, or no?
Classic? No.
Like a...
I made 3D Sonic Andy.
Gotcha. Do you have any particulars you like besides Heroes?
The adventure games are fun.
Once I'm done, I was trying to say that, once I'm done Superstars, I'm playing Heroes on my GameCube just for myself. Because, I mean, heck, the stuff I've touched just for, like, that stream with Yui. That was fun, honestly. I was like, oh, I do get it.
Uh-oh, this is not a great position for me to be in.
I feel like I can be of both opinions that the Game Grumps did in fact go in a little hard on that game, but also it is still very funny that they did so. So. But I get it. Because Lord knows I have my pieces of comfort media where I'm just like, y'all don't need to be so mean to this. Why is everyone so mean to me? And then like I got hams. I got my hams. I do love classic Sonic though. Like, don't get me, I've always loved the art for the adventure games and stuff, but the look classic Sonic has, there's something there where like, I think it might be the fact that he's kind of a classically designed cartoon character, but he's got that edge to him, you know? That marketable plushy edge. He does cool stuff. He says, you're too slow, and etc. Fights giant mechs. Goes Super Saiyan. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with this hand because I think I drew it too far out. I forget if I talked about this on stream, I did use, because my father was very nice to get me a bunch of retro games. He did get me a Japanese copy of Sonic Adventure 2, which I cannot play, because Nintendo hates fun like that. So I used some gift cards I got from people to get actual Sonic Adventure 2 for English GameCube, and then also Sonic Unleashed, because even if I end up liking that game, I will go to my grave saying, no, the Werehog was a dumb idea.
And also, if there's a werehog, then where's the Y-hog?
Who's asking the real questions around here when you really think about it?
It's me. Hire me.
Let's say okay, because I've been very vocal about, like, I think the werehog is a dumb idea, right? Let's say I play Sonic Unleashed for the first time for the Xbox 360. And I think the story's good, the gameplay is good, the music's, I think it's an actual 10 out of 10. I get the hype I've heard around it, right? Werehog would still be an awful name for the concept. It could have been named anything else. What are they talking about? He's already a hedgehog. That's not how werewolves work. And why would he be a werewolf in the first place? Could you imagine if they put a day and night cycle in for Ocarina of Time, and they're like, and when the moon comes out, Link becomes the were-twink, and then, like, that's just the thing for that game? It's like that, you don't, what?
No, because you never use the word twink.
Why not?
Why would...
Yeah.
What do you mean, why?
Why?
You know what, never mind, they would, Cahill.
They would. Oh, you're saying they would never use the word twink?
Yes!
Oh, okay. I thought you said, okay, you have to understand, I was taken aback for a minute, because I thought you said Cahill never used the word twink, and I was like, what? Did something change? did the association with that word, like, I misheard you, which was what got me really confused. But yes, obviously, I mean, Werehillian, but that's not as funny, so.
No, they just call it the Werelink.
The Werelink? He becomes the Werelink, but isn't that his name, and also just like, it's like, yeah, no, it's dumb. That's the point. We're making fun of Sega. And it's like, oh! A game Sega hasn't released yet. It might not, because now we've changed history.
Okay, time for me to be dog shit at Doctor Strange. Al.
Did you die? Did you get Dr. Weird,
No.
Mr. Weird killed?
I did get exploded by spider mines, but that's a different story.
I was trying to do that thing you were talking about, not at the end of a match, but at the beginning of a match. Which game? Where Link? Where I played Doctor Strange just for the portal and to get silly with it. And the moment I saw like all the buttons he had, I was like, well, I'm out of it. Like, I was like, I'm not confident enough in my abilities to actually do this. So
it's just, I'm not great at the whole shield drop auto thing. I think it's easier on mouse and keyboard, but I don't play on mouse and keyboard.
What was I thinking of? I haven't picked up Doctor Strange for several reasons. One of the reasons is why I don't play several Marvel characters in the game. And then also, it's like, we have a lot of friends who play Doctor Strange, and he's a very popular tank to use. So I'm like, someone else will almost certainly...
Like one of the most goated tanks in the game, if not the most goated.
Yeah, so someone else will probably have that covered in a friend game or an online game. So I can practice with other people and have other things covered. I don't think that's wild to say. I love your exasperate. I'm just thinking about you being exasperated. It's like, fine, they would call him a weird twink Cahill, as I was just genuinely confused as to what you had told me. It's like, what?
Oh my fucking god.
I wonder, I know Nintendo is a Japanese company, and obviously they have very tight control over their IPs, but I wonder how many Nintendo employees specifically working on Zelda are aware of things like that. Because, like, there's I mean, fucking clearly, clearly Pokemon is filled with furries, so it's like, do they know about the side-on thirst traps? Do they know about people putting Link in dresses? What have the Zelda developers been exposed to? Maybe it is better like this. Dun, 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 dun. Stuff, have you played Sonic Generations or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
No. I was curious after you saying you mainly stuck to the 3D ones. Because I haven't played it because of the opposite reasons, which I've played so much of the 2D ones, I'm just like, I don't really know if I'd get a lot of value out of it having a good selection of 3D levels. So I might pick it up after I'm done getting through my current Sonic backlog. Sonic's on. Y'all remember when I was talking about being like, I just need to make a list of like things where people have a lot to say about, and I was just like, it's fun. I feel like maybe I need to start putting Sonic on that list. Maybe I should save this conversation for like an actual Sonic stream, but I don't know. I will say, I think more typically when you look back at older titles that maybe didn't turn out as well, at least in some part, the conversation should be more about, you know, Sega constantly putting a crunch on the devs and not maybe just solely about what were they thinking. Who knows, maybe they would have thought of a lot more if they had time. Fun fact, I don't know if I've said this when doing some of my other Sonic streams, but time crunch was actually a problem in the first Sonic game. There's a whole thing where if you land on spikes in the first Sonic game, you will die. Not because they instantly kill you like a Mega Man would, but because like it was just like an oversight they didn't have time to fix. So that, you know, the moment Sonic gets hit and drops his rings, he immediately bounces on the springs again and dies. And like, again, that was just something they did not have time to adjust, thanks to Sega. I do think that's probably the problem with them trying to be like, we need a competitor to Mario, instead of just being like, we need a fun game for the kiddies to play. Make something because you want to, not because you have to. See, my parents had me because they had to, and they've never been happy about that, so... That's not true. Fucking what? Why would anyone have to? We're not royalty. I am not the prince of anything. I'm just little old Cahill. I think actually even the eyes kind of blank. That'll work for now. Maybe we use color to suggest like a pupil, but that's alright. I was just about to talk about how it's like, I wish I just had more time in general just to be like reading and junk, because I don't read anymore. But then I was thinking about like the next big break I have that isn't just like a weekend, I scheduled to be for Monster Hunter Wild release, so I won't be reading that. I'm gonna be swaxing some folks. You've been playing the betas, right? Right, Self?
Yeah.
What have you thought of Wild so far?
I think it's gonna be good.
Sick. Have you said that World's your favorite?
Yeah.
Do you think it will replace World?
Maybe.
Oh!
Oh.
I do want to see more of the poster monster, because I'm not necessarily sold on it yet. They're just like, look, it's like a goat with chains, and I'm like, why chains though? Where'd it get those chains from? I'm trying to think of how to approach Metal Man. I was thinking of on top of Sonic stuff, which I've mostly been playing on Switch. I have been playing a lot, going back to playing my DS a lot more recently. And man, I like the DS. Hot take, Nintendo DS good. What with the games on it and what have you. I need to get back and finish some of those so I can play more DS games. Another thing need more time for. Isn't that always the way? And like I try to stay up to play my DS, but then my mom comes in my room and I have to hide it under my pillow. And then Mario's like, "Thank you so much for playing my game." And I'm like, "Shut up.
Sorry, Storm, you don't get an ult.
Damn." But I just got buffed. Please.
Not buff enough to go through my 12 seconds of invincibility.
Damn. I thought you just killed her.
Guess who I am?
Luna Snow? Are you Luna Snow? Like
yeah,
Luna Snow?
Like Luna Snow.
Ah! I hate that I've infected you with that. I literally only started saying it because I can't remember what she says when you select her. Because she says something like, "I'm Luna Snow, like the moon, I shine in the dark," or whatever, but I don't know if that's right or not. So instead, I just started saying, "I'm Luna Snow, like Luna Snow, I'm Luna Snow." Because she does talk about herself a lot, let's be real. When's the last time you sold out Stark Arena, old man? Maximum Pulse! Iron Man has killed children for less. Stealth, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Not as much as others.
That's true. I'm not a big mint guy, so probably same.
Well, she soul ulted me.
The Storm?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Let's be real, yeah. He looks like the Doom guy in this. I don't know if I'll change that. I definitely have to add like buzzsaws and stuff, but that's fun. Honestly, I might want to replay both Doom games in my own time. I know I replayed it on the stream. At some point we gotta do Eternal before Dark Ages come out, but apparently they've released some more Dark Ages stuff. And y'all know I'm a sucker for some Doom. Where's my Sonic and Doom crossover? They already got it with Animal Crossing, kind of. Sonic and Doom will not go well together. Well, Shadow and Doom would. Shadow's able to have guns. And move fast. That's a match made in heaven right there. ABS. Always be Shadow the Hedgehog. Where's that damn Doom guy? Honestly, Shadow the Hedgehog is just kind of the Doom games for Sonic, so like, just make a sequel with a Doom tie-in and we're all good. That would honestly work more than... Oh my goodness! I was saying that on Big Stream today, that Marvel Rivals should have a crossover where with Cloak and Dagger, where Cloak is Shadow the Hedgehog and Dagger's Maria. And I stand by that. Where's that damn fourth objective? Honestly, I should do my research more, but when I was looking at the GameCube Sonic titles, I feel like I saw Sonic. I mean, not Sonic. I feel like I saw Shadow being the most expensive, which is wild to think about. But maybe I just found one of those listings where they, you know, someone put something online for like $10,000 and just like, maybe. I hope someone will. My grandma's ashes for sale, $20,000. Man, this is a ripoff. I could get this guy's grandma for $10 down at the local supermarket. They're running a deal on grandmas. I remember when I was a child, one of my favorite DS games was Drawn to Life 2, which was the sequel and subsequent finale for the series, right? There were a few games I loved as a child that only got 2 entries, so that's always nice. What was I thinking of? And you know, as a kid, I wasn't like the smartest. I wasn't always able to piece together when there was more to a piece of media than just what had been plopped in front of me. But I was smart enough to know that there was a other Drawn to Life game, right? And fucking, I remember being at a like flea market with my grandma as we were just walking around, and there was like a retro game booth, and they had Drawn to Life just by itself in one of their cases for sale. And I was like, you don't understand, I need it, please. And she was like, okay. So that's how I got my copy of the original game, which was fun. Those games are cool. I feel like as a kid, I never thought they really got their time to shine, largely because I think most people would just pick them up and start drawing dicks all over the place, so. As is the one of every gamer when given the ability to draw anything. Nowadays, though, people just want to draw Among Us everywhere. There's that one video when Echoes of Wisdom came out, where it's like Zelda in the desert, and she starts doing a spinny move, which leaves a track in the sand, and they make an Among Us with it, which honestly I like. More TTA's time to Among Us than TTP's time to penis. I feel like I'm this is how Woodman looks like. No ifs, ands, or buts. Even in his 8-bit form, there's no other way to interpret him than looking like this, right? I don't remember Metal Man looking exactly like that, so I'm being a little liberal with how I'm drawing him. I do need to add buzzsaw shit, but just in general, on some of the details, I'm like, I don't think so. Bump, bump, bump. I was saying earlier, I feel like my one hot Sonic game take is that I like Sonic Superstars, but you know, obviously in replaying classic titles, I was playing Mania, and honestly, Mania just makes me happy. I booted that thing up and I was like, damn, this game has good vibes, immaculate vibes even. It is kind of wild to me, but there's probably like there's probably like a docudrama about like why they didn't just bring back the Mania team for another Sonic game, but it's wild they didn't. It's wild they just gave them the reins for that one, had the most success they'd seen in years, and then said, Granted, they did follow it up with Frontiers, which was pretty good. Not as good as Mania, but it was well received. And people were like, oh my goodness, not only is this a good Sonic game, it's a good 3D Sonic game. Who can believe?
Oh, she's just gonna roll ult, isn't she?
Who's that?
The Scarlet Lich.
Uh-oh. I mean, listen, it's a risky move, but if it pays off. Which Sonic game? Well, I was saying that it's wild they didn't give the Mania team another chance after Mania, but Frontiers, they did, and that one's good. Not Forces, though. Forces went bad. Did the Switch get you?
No.
No.
Actually, the play worked out fine.
Frontiers is pretty good. Nice, me. I've said this before. I don't mean to compare official Sonic games. He did. He's back there, a normal parrot, just right back there. But I do wish Sonic Frontiers was more like Utopia, the fan game, or even just another 2D Sonic game where instead of being fixed on a piece of geometry, you are able to like launch yourself off it into the next thing. If there was more stuff like that in Frontiers, it'd be like, yeah, they need to do more of this. But we've also talked before about the fact I have no faith that they're going to actually do more of that, so. Heck, at this point, I think they're just reveling in the movie success. And a good Shadow the Hedgehog game, question mark, campaign at least. I think the guys at Sega had a real good holiday, being just like, not only did we have a successful movie release, and managed to go the entire year without releasing a game dubbed quote-unquote the worst thing ever, but we brought Shadow back and Black Doom back, and people liked it. They said it couldn't be done. Yet here we are, proving them wrong. When did Mario Wonder release? That wasn't last year, was it? Mario Wonder. No, that was 23. Was last year like the first time Sonic had a big W and didn't have to worry about Mario doing anything? That's fun. Nintendo's just so focused on not releasing Switch 2, which, by the way, is looking like it's just going to be the Switch 2. And honestly, I kind of hope it works out for them. I don't necessarily want to get rid of my Switch, to grab that instead. But I like the direction they're going with the Switch, and I'm really rather not like this flop like the Wii U, and then they just abandon the direction entirely. That would make me sad.
Oh, what? I'm trying to...
What's up?
I was trying to ping a portal, but it was not doing that.
No. I was saying to Max, I have not pinged really in Marvel Rivals because it's a little weird for me, so... Maybe that's controller, but just in general. I don't think that game...
Times.
Yeah. I don't think it's the easiest thing in that game to like pull up the menu and be like, over there, which arguably is what you want if you're not in a voice call. So I just try to be good enough to handle whatever I'm looking at, and if not, maybe I'll fumble through the menus. I haven't played Splatoon, but I remember hearing someone be like, I wish there were more communication options than booyah and like, oh no. And I kind of wish every game was just that. I wish the two communication options in Marvel Rivals was Booyah and Oh No. That would be fun. I would get a good chuckle out of that. And then I could laugh as Marvel takes fucking Cyborg's thing. It's like, haha. Booyah's Ard phrase now. It's like, oh no. There's a lot of good designs in Marvel Rivals, and what I was just saying makes me think about the fact that I really don't think Cyborg has had a better design than the original Teen Titans cartoon, which is a shame on several accounts. So, come on guys, step up your game. Give my man a bit more respect. I think the only... Oh, you know what? I need to get Penny's Big Breakaway. I completely forgot to pick up that game. I think because a lot of other games were releasing at the time. They did advertise that game as like from the people who made Sonic Mania. I think it did fine by... If I'm not mistaken, I think it did fine by itself. You know, let's look it up. Thank you for reminding me of that, Trom. Penny Big Breakaway success. Does Wikipedia have it? Plot, development, reception, yada yada yada. Sales. Well, this is just telling me if it's on sale on Steam or not, which I'm not looking for. I can't see that. I feel like I've seen a lot of people playing it. Heck, actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's Kyo's birthday today, and I remember rating them a lot, and they were, they were playing it for a while. So, and again, it looked fun. Heck, that's at the end of the day, that's one reason I forgot it was made by the Sonic Mania devs, because I was just rating Kyo and seeing them playing it and being like, oh, this is fun.
Oh, okay. That's great. They have an Iron Fist that targets healers.
Ooh, that's gross. I don't know what it is. I've been having trouble with Wolverines lately in Rivals, but Iron Fist still feels worse to go up against. I don't know what
we're worse.
Was that?
Because we're worse.
We're
He's like
worse?
a low elo demon. We
Gotcha.
are worse.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not great. I forget who I was saying feels like actually broken in Rivals.
I'm Luna ulting. Why are y'all not approaching? You guess you'll just like losing?
That I was literally about to say that. It's like Stealth, they don't care about winning or losing. They just want to lose. In Marvel Rivals, it's not about whether you win or lose, because you are going to lose thanks to your teammates.
Why are you all the way over there away from me? You're Hawkeye! Why are you all the way over there? He's just on a journey.
I'm going. When you play Marvel Rivals, it doesn't matter if you have enough healing to for every hospital in a small nation. Your two teammates will find a way to fuck it up. This I can accept. I'm glad. For the record, Pig, with the turtle, I was going to include little red arrows for each of the little map updates that I know you were doing. But now I guess I'll just do that for Woodman. Hey everyone, check out this wood. Fucking right down here by his ankle.
Girl, you hit no one with that. Jeez.
There's Duncan's house. Right there.
Hi, Duncan.
Also, Pig, what's the name of the guy, hero of the Homs, dude who has the Monado to start with? I forget his name. I just remember Duncan because I was like, oh, Shoka's dad. Dunban. That is. Is there really Duncan in Dunban? Anyway, and you might have said this actually. I feel like I'm vaguely. I feel like I remember you saying this. He is just kind of Shanks, isn't he? Like, there's no. That's Dunban over there. Oh, Dixon. There you go. Okay, wait. Let me look this up. Xenoblade. I think I'm getting two characters mixed into one. Dunban. Yep. Dunban, who I'm pretty sure is just Shanks. So for that one, we'll just have a PNG of Shanks, which will make Pig even madder. Oh my lord, I don't want to go to the App Store. And then Dixon would be Shulk's dad, who I'm getting mixed up with for no reason. One-armed swordsman, very strong. Yeah, losing an arm. Somewhat inspires main character. Paint bucket of black-haired Shanks.
Anybody with that?
My OC. This is my OC. His name is Evil Shanks, and he's Shanks, but he is evil.
Well, you see, the thing about that.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything to give credit to that, and also, you know.
I mean, to give credit to it, what do you mean?
I know. Well, also, we're getting into major spoilers at this point. But also, people want it like Shanks himself to be evil. Like, not like someone like Shanks. Yeah. I love that Oda last year dropped probably the greatest quote of all time to use on people talking about anime and other things, which is, "This is a matter of reader comprehension." Like, I'm going to be saying that forever. The moment anyone says something dumb about a piece of media I know, I'm gonna be like, this is a matter of reader comprehension. Also, I need to find out who the guy that they always use for pictures of Oda is, because it's not Oda. They simply do not have pictures of Oda. You know, I wonder, because at this point there's a decently famous picture of Oda standing at the premiere of the Netflix One Piece, and no one really knows he's there. But I do wonder if anyone was like, hey, there's like a 50-year-old man over there holding a straw hat. Is that Echira Oda? And they just haven't come forward saying that they're like, yeah, I saw him. I noticed that he was there. I was just chill. Not all of us have to be freaks when we meet our mangakas. Looks at Juice talking about Gege. Luckily, Jujutsu Kaisen is over now, at least in terms of reading. So, Gege is safe. Ah, damn it. I think I'm gonna leave it like this, so that way when we color it, I don't have to like do line art around their feet. That can that can just be sinking into the ocean. Yeah. Also, Pig, if you're still here, I was just gonna ask you. Did I ask you if you had like a picture of the most common Mechanis? Because for the most, you shout out some people's names, but I feel like for the most part, unless it's like a boss, it should just be like that common enemy in droves. Both as a silly thing, and also because I genuinely think just hordes and hordes of identical robots are kind of scary. Maybe I'm alone in that, but... yeah, one or two. I'm gonna still throw in a B1 battle droid. We agree. We shook on that one. But yeah. Because obviously in any RPG, you have droves and droves of different kinds of enemies to fill out areas and what have you. But, even in a non-RPG like Mario, it's like, an enemy is a Goomba. You associate it with that basic one-person, like, first enemy, and that's it. It doesn't get much... fucking... I'm trying to think of like a deep-cut Mario enemy, but for the life of me, I can't. They're all basic. I'm just thinking of like thwomps, wigglers. Piranha plants are probably the only thing more basic than Goombas, because like they were like Mario Bros for the arcades.
Busy Beetle.
Busy Beetle. No one thinks of Busy Beetle when they're listing Mario enemies. Except for Cell.
He's too busy.
He's going places. I love how you said that. Also, I think we're gonna go raid Kyo for their birthday, if that sounds good to y'all. I had a fun time doodling these guys with you. Just a bit done as Pig fought me tooth and nail for no turtles, and you know what? I do have to respect it. It is his video. But also, turtles. So... but yeah, thanks y'all for coming along. I hope to see you tomorrow as we do even more Xenoblade art. Probably finish these guys and Dixon, which we have started before. And we actually, believe it or not, whether Pig or chat wants to believe it, we are now beginning to have like the beginnings of like the Xenoblade video. I should really talk to Max and kind of designate stuff we want to leave as like this is just like a PNG of an item for a bit, or like literally just a PNG from the game to explicitly show what it is, versus I draw it as a bit. Make an Excel spreadsheet for that. But anyway, I hope to see y'all tomorrow. Bye!